Have you ever wondered how much lighter life could feel if you stripped away the excess? The truth is, modern living often burdens us with a weight we barely recognize. Too much stuff, too many obligations, and endless distractions that cloud our minds and hearts. In this book, you are invited on a transformative journey that reveals the profound joy found in less. By embracing simplicity, you will uncover the beauty of living intentionally, cultivating peace within, and reconnecting with what truly matters. This book will empower you to reclaim your joy and experience life in a lighter, more fulfilling way. The Power of Simplicity, Simplified to Unleash Hidden Joy, written and published by Inner Freedom. Chapter 1. Recognizing the Weight of Excess. Have you ever paused amidst the chaos of modern life and wondered, why do I feel so burdened? The stark reality is that many of us have become accustomed to carrying the heavy loads of excess, be it material possessions, overwhelming commitments, or even emotional baggage. This weight can be suffocating, impacting our happiness and clarity of purpose. These burdens stifle our ability to appreciate life's simple joys, obscuring the pathways to fulfillment that are often hidden beneath the clutter. Consider how often your living space feels more like a storage unit than a sanctuary. Piles of items you no longer use, scattered paperwork, and lingering distractions can quickly create a chaotic atmosphere that steals your peace of mind. Many individuals face the challenge of feeling overwhelmed by the sheer volume of possessions or commitments that they have accumulated over time, often believing that more is better. This belief can lead to anxiety, stress, and an inability to focus on what truly matters. The pursuit of more adequacy often distracts us from recognizing the immense value of simplicity, leaving us discontent. But what if I told you there is a transformative solution that can lift this weight? The first step in your journey towards liberation begins with recognizing the importance of decluttering, not just your physical space, but your mental and emotional landscape as well. Embracing simplicity encourages us to take an honest look at our lives, challenge the assumptions that have held us captive, and bravely confront what truly serves our well-being. By intentionally evaluating the contents of our environment and the obligations we carry, we can differentiate between what is essential and what is excess. The core idea behind this process is that clarity leads to joy. When you clear out the unnecessary, you create room for meaningful experiences and relationships. Imagine walking into a serene space where every object has purpose and every moment feels valuable. By removing distractions and minimizing excess, you are left with clarity, focus, and an increased capacity for joy. Moreover, this practice of simplification cultivates a deeper sense of gratitude and appreciation for what truly matters in your life, whether it's cherished friendships, personal passions, or even the stillness of a quiet afternoon. To embark on this transformative journey, start by committing to small decluttering sessions. Begin with a single drawer or section of your home. As you sift through items, ask yourself questions like, does this bring me joy? Does it serve a purpose? This practice can be enlightening and liberating, revealing not just the physical excess, but also the mental clutter that has crept into your thoughts. With each item you let go, you make space for new insights and experiences, gradually unearthing the joy that simplicity brings. Recognizing the weight of excess is a powerful first step towards a lighter, more fulfilling life. As you begin to shed these burdens, allow yourself the gift of clarity. Embrace the process of simplicity and watch how it transforms not only your environment, but also your mindset, laying the foundation for deeper personal growth and lasting happiness. In this space of freedom, you will find the hidden joy waiting just beneath the surface. To begin implementing the transformative changes discussed, start with a simple yet effective practice of daily reflection. Spend 5 minutes at the end of each day to assess the clutter in your physical space and mind. You might realize, for example, that cluttered countertops distract you from focusing on family dinners, or that your overflowing email inbox contributes to feelings of stress and overwhelm. Acknowledging these distractions illuminates the path for necessary action. Next, designate a clutter-free zone in your home, a space that is intentionally kept free of excess. This could be a corner of your living room or your kitchen table. Make a commitment to maintain it daily, ensuring it remains a peaceful retreat in your home. Imagine returning after a hectic day to a clean, inviting area that helps you unwind and recharge. This small change will quickly become a powerful tool for grounding yourself in moments of chaos. As you clear your space, celebrate the small wins. Every item you choose to let go of represents a step towards a lighter life. Consider Sarah, a busy professional who transformed her office by removing items that no longer served her. Rather than the previous clutter that had left her feeling drained and distracted, Sarah's workspace became a source of inspiration. Suddenly, she was more productive and felt a soothing sense of calm whenever she sat down to work. These personal victories demonstrate that each time you declutter, you are not only freeing physical space, but also allowing more mental clarity and inspiration into your life. To enhance this journey, create a letting go list. Write down the items or commitments that weigh heavy on you and put dates next to each for when you will address them. This not only includes physical possessions, but also tasks that drain your energy. For instance, if a particular social obligation feels more like a chore than an enjoyment, determine to step back and prioritize your own well-being. By approaching this list with intention, you actively invite change into your life. Invite accountability by sharing your decluttering goals with a friend or family member. Having someone on your side can make the process more enjoyable and motivating. Perhaps team up with a friend for a weekend decluttering session. Not only will you accomplish the task faster, but you'll also create lasting memories as you share stories about the items you encounter along the way. This sense of community can transform a burdensome task into a joyful, shared experience. As you embark on this journey towards a minimalist lifestyle, remind yourself that the process is ongoing. Each step you take towards releasing excess is an opportunity for growth. Embrace the notion that simplicity is a muscle. The more you practice, the stronger it becomes. As you gradually shift your perspective, you'll find that a simplified life does not lead to emptiness, but instead reveals the richness of what truly matters. As you close this chapter, reflect on the concept of focusing on what truly matters, which will be explored in the next chapter. This shift in mindset is crucial to understanding how to prioritize the essential over the trivial. Remember, this journey towards simplicity is about progress, not perfection. Join us in the unfolding discovery of your new life, and stay with inner freedom as we unveil even more strategies for cultivating a life of purpose and joy. Chapter 2. Shifting focus to what truly matters. Have you ever looked around and thought, is this really what I want? In today's fast-paced world, it's all too easy to get swept up in the whirlwind of obligations, distractions, and superficial pursuits. Many of us find ourselves trapped in the cycle of doing rather than being, leaving little room to appreciate what truly enriches our lives. This misalignment can lead to feelings of emptiness as we chase after things that don't resonate with our core values. Consider a typical day filled with endless to-do lists and countless notifications competing for your attention. When was the last time you paused to align your actions with what genuinely brings you joy? This disconnect can create a sense of frustration or dissatisfaction. You might notice that despite being busy, you often feel unfulfilled, questioning whether these activities truly align with your passions or purpose. Life becomes a series of checkboxes rather than a journey filled with intention. The transformative solution to this conundrum lies in shifting your focus to what truly matters to you. Aligning your life with your core values not only fosters a sense of authenticity, but also empowers you to prioritize your time and energy where it counts most. Imagine waking up each day knowing that your to-do list reflects what you genuinely care about, your personal relationships, passions, and aspirations. This shift in focus is not just a theoretical concept, it's a practical change that allows you to cultivate a life filled with meaning. The key to this transformation is self-discovery. Take time to reflect on your values, beliefs, and aspirations. What makes your heart sing? Identifying what holds the utmost significance in your life is crucial in guiding daily choices. An effective way to do this is through journaling. Set aside a few minutes each week to jot down your thoughts on what truly inspires you. You might realize, for instance, that spending time with family is far more fulfilling than scrolling through social media for hours. This awareness creates a fertile ground for committing to actions that harmonize with your values. Moreover, this process will empower you to say no to distractions that detract from what matters most. For example, if you discover that creativity is central to your happiness, you may choose to limit the time spent on activities that don't nurture that part of you. Imagine allocating those hours to a creative project, pursuing a hobby, or simply taking a walk in nature. This reallocation not only enhances your well-being, but also sets the stage for personal growth. By prioritizing what is essential, you cultivate an environment in which your authentic self can thrive. As you adopt this perspective, you will encounter significant benefits. With clarity comes confidence, enabling you to make decisions that resonate with your true self. You'll notice a renewed sense of purpose and fulfillment in your everyday experiences. When your actions align with your values, each step becomes more meaningful, leading to a more vibrant and joyous existence. The weight of excess distractions will gradually lift, revealing the beauty of a life enriched by intentional choices. In the next part of this chapter, we will explore practical exercises that can help you further refine this focus on what truly matters, equipping you with tools to integrate this newfound perspective into your daily routine. Remember, this journey is an evolving process, each step revealing greater insights and deeper connections to who you are at your core. Embrace this opportunity for growth as you continue discovering how to live a life filled with meaning and purpose. To begin implementing the shift towards focusing on what truly matters, start by creating a personal values list. Take a moment to write down your core values. These could include family, creativity, health, learning, or community. This exercise sets the foundation for aligning your daily actions with your deepest values. Once you have this list, refer back to it regularly. When faced with decisions about how to spend your time or energy, ask yourself if those choices reflect what you value most. As you engage in this process, consider the experience of Mark, who spent many evenings working late to impress his boss, something he thought was vital to his career. However, after reflecting on his values, he realized that spending time with his children was a top priority. By making changes to his work habits, he could attend their school events and have family dinners without guilt. Mark's life transformed. Not only was he happier, but he also found new motivation and creativity at work because he was now well-rounded and fulfilled. Next, take small steps to build habits that support your values. For instance, if you prioritized health, schedule regular physical activities into your week, even if it's just a short walk during lunch breaks or a weekend hike. Consider Sarah, a busy professional who struggled with maintaining a work-life balance. By committing to attend a weekly yoga class that aligned with her health value, she not only improved her physical well-being, but also found a community of like-minded individuals who helped her stay motivated. Another important step is to declutter your calendar. Review your commitments and assess which ones truly align with your values. It's common to find activities that serve only to fill your time or to meet obligations out of habit. By letting go of those commitments, you create space for what really matters. This could mean stepping back from a volunteer role that no longer excites you, or learning to say no to social invitations that drain your energy. Recognize the freedom that comes with these choices and how they contribute to a more fulfilling life. As you begin to see these changes take shape, you'll notice profound benefits. You may find increased energy, greater clarity of mind, and a deepened sense of satisfaction in both your personal and professional life. As you align your actions with your values, you become more authentic and fulfilled, allowing you to experience life more deeply and passionately. Now, it's your turn to take action. Start implementing these steps today. Draft your values list, commit to one new habit related to those values, and declutter at least one commitment from your life that no longer serves you. Embrace this process as a journey of continuous growth and self-discovery. In the next chapter, we will explore the beauty of letting go, delving into the emotional and psychological benefits that arise from shedding attachments in our lives. This exploration will further illuminate how clearing away the weight of the unnecessary can lead to profound joy and fulfillment. So stay engaged as we continue down this path together. Remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom for more insights and inspiration on your journey toward a life brimming with simplicity and purpose. Chapter 3. The Beauty of Letting Go. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of relief after finally releasing something that no longer served you? Imagine standing in a room filled with years of belongings, a collection of memories, expectations, and regrets weighing heavily on you. It's easy to become emotionally and physically attached to these items, believing that they define who you are. Yet, the act of letting go can uncover a profound beauty that leads to true liberation and joy. In our busy lives, we often hold on tightly to possessions, relationships, and commitments, fearing what life would be like without them. This attachment can leave us feeling burdened, anxious, and overwhelmed. For many, it feels safer to cling to the familiar, even if it is no longer beneficial. You might find yourself keeping clothes that don't fit, outdated electronics, or even relationships that drain your energy. Each of these elements can cloud your space and mind, making it difficult to appreciate the present moment. The transformative solution lies in embracing the concept of letting go. By consciously deciding to release what no longer serves you, you create room for new opportunities, experiences, and growth. The core idea here is that letting go is not an act of loss, but rather an invitation to move forward. Imagine the liberation of clearing out that clutter, both physically and mentally, allowing you to breathe freely and live authentically. This release can instill a sense of lightness and clarity in your life, enabling you to connect with what truly matters. One powerful method of letting go is to approach the decluttering process with intention. Start by selecting specific areas in your life where you feel encumbered. This could be a closet bursting at the seams or an emotionally charged relationship that drains your spirit. As you engage in this process, try asking yourself essential questions about each item or relationship. Does this bring me joy? Does this align with who I am today? This practice draws attention to the emotional weight these things carry and facilitates honest decision-making. Consider Lisa, who found herself overwhelmed by a collection of items inherited from her grandmother. Initially, she felt guilty about letting them go, viewing them as precious memories. However, as she began to examine the objects closely, she realized that many no longer resonated with her life. Through intentional reflection, she chose to keep only those that sparked joy while gifting the rest to family and friends. The process allowed her to cherish her grandmother's legacy while freeing herself from the clutter, culminating in a surprisingly uplifting experience. The benefits of letting go extend beyond physical space. They nourish our emotional well-being as well. As you release what no longer serves you, you may find it easier to focus on the present moment. This newfound clarity can lead to personal revelations, helping you identify passions that had been overshadowed. By choosing to let go, you make conscious space for growth, creativity, and meaningful relationships. As you embark on this journey of letting go, remember that this process is a gradual one. It's not about perfection, but rather about taking steps that resonate with you personally. Embrace each moment of release as a victory, celebrating the space you create for new experiences and joy. In the next segment of this chapter, we will explore deeper strategies and practical exercises that will help you master the art of letting go across various areas of your life. By embedding these practices into your daily routines, you'll harness the full potential of this transformative concept. Prepare to uncover the profound joy and liberation that comes from the beauty of letting go. To begin the process of letting go, start with a focused decluttering session in your home. Choose one room or area that feels particularly overwhelming. Set a timer for 30 minutes, put on some uplifting music, and dive in. As you sort through your belongings, gently ask yourself which items truly serve you. For instance, as you sift through your clothing, consider those items that you haven't worn in over a year. This is a clear sign that it's time to let them go. Imagine the satisfaction of freeing up space in your closet, allowing room for pieces that you love and wear often. Next, consider creating a letting go ritual. This could be as simple as setting aside time to reflect on the emotions tied to items or relationships you wish to release. If a particular item brings back difficult memories, try writing a letter expressing your feelings about it, and once finished, you might choose to burn the letter as a symbolic act of release. By externalizing your thoughts and feelings, you create closure, making it easier to move on. Consider the story of Anna, who had trouble discarding gifts from an old friend that reminded her of a painful relationship. Through letter writing, she released her emotions, ultimately leading to clarity and allowing her to safely donate the items. As you practice letting go, embrace the concept of gratitude. This doesn't just apply to items you choose to keep, but also to those you are sending away. Thank your belongings for their service and the memories they carried, then bid farewell with a sense of gratitude. This practice can transform a potentially painful experience into one filled with positivity and encouragement. It reinforces the understanding that letting go does not equate to loss. Rather, it signifies growth and the exciting possibility of new experiences. Once you have successfully decluttered one area, expand this practice to other facets of your life. For instance, look closely at your calendar and commitments. Are there activities you dread attending? It might be time to reevaluate your priorities and say no to what no longer serves you. By shedding these obligations, you create room for activities that align more closely with your core values and passions, cultivates deeper satisfaction in your life. To help further solidify this practice, set aside weekly times to reflect on what you've released and to evaluate how these changes have impacted your overall well-being. Use this time to celebrate your progress, acknowledging the emotional and physical space you've created. By keeping a journal documenting this journey, not only will you encourage personal reflection, but you'll also be able to track your growth over time. Remember that the journey of letting go is an ongoing process. Each step you take brings you closer to living a life filled with intention, joy, and fulfillment. Do not underestimate the transformative power of these small, consistent actions. As we transition to the next chapter, prepare to explore how breaking free from material attachments deepens your understanding of freedom in life. We'll delve into the concept of detaching yourself from possessions and the freedom that comes as you embrace a life unencumbered by needless burdens. Stay engaged as we uncover the transformative strategies that pave the way to a more fulfilling existence. Be sure to subscribe to Inner Freedom. Let's continue this journey toward a lighter and more joyful life together. Chapter 4: Breaking Free from Material Attachments. Have you ever felt a sigh of relief wash over you after parting with an old possession? Picture this. You stand in front of a closet overflowing with clothes you've not worn in ages. Each item tells a story, yet you feel a growing weight on your shoulders, reminding you of the obligations tied to these possessions. This scenario captures a common struggle, the emotional burden that keeps us tethered to material things. The liberating truth, however, is that breaking free from these attachments is not only possible, but it also leads to a more fulfilling and joyful existence. In a world driven by consumerism, we often find ourselves accumulating belongings that no longer serve us. This habit can result in physical clutter alongside emotional clutter. For example, consider the person who struggles to part with gifts or souvenirs, thinking, "What if I need this later?" Or, "I can't get rid of something someone gave me." These thoughts tether us to items that take up space and energy, leaving us stagnant. Many experience a sense of obligation to hold on to possessions from the past, believing they reflect our identity or maintain cherished memories. However, this attachment can overshadow the clarity and freedom we truly seek. The transformative solution lies in the practice of intentional detachment. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting. Rather, it embraces the idea that memories and identities exist in our hearts and minds, not solely in material possessions. Imagine a life where the emotional weight of items no longer clouds your happiness. This shift in perspective frees you to create a living space that reflects your current self and priorities, allowing room for growth, creativity, and joy. To cultivate this mindset, start by identifying the specific items you feel attached to. Ask yourself why you are holding on to each piece. Is it truly meaningful, or have you simply kept it out of habit? Picture Jack, who found himself holding on to vinyl records from his youth. They had been adored treasures at one point, but had long been collecting dust. Upon reflection, Jack recognized that while he loved music, the records no longer brought him joy. After letting the collection go, Jack felt an invigorating sense of freedom. He became more connected to current music by exploring new genres that resonated more with who he had become. The core idea here is to redefine your relationship with belongings. By consciously choosing what stays in your life, you create a home that mirrors your present self instead of a storage facility for the past. This shift not only unveils a sense of lightness, but enriches your emotional landscape. As you release material attachments, you gain a clearer focus on pursuing goals that truly align with your values. Embrace the possibility of an open-minded approach to letting go. Visualize your ideal living space. What does it feel like? What emotions arise when you envision a home filled with only items you cherish? This practice fosters a stronger connection to your aspirations while illuminating paths forward. Picture yourself gathering the strength to create a home that invites peace and creativity into your life. A sanctuary rather than a storage room. As you journey deeper into the art of detachment, remember that this practice cultivates growth and positive change. The process may take time, but each act of letting go reinforces your commitment to living authentically. In the second half of this chapter, we will explore practical steps for dismantling material attachments, offering actionable strategies that you can immediately implement. You will discover how these steps can lead to clearer thinking, revitalized energy, and a stronger connection to what fulfills you. Prepare to dive deeper into the process of creating an intentional living space that resonates with your true self, and embrace the liberation that comes from breaking free from material attachments. To begin the process of breaking free from material attachments, establish a clear plan that allows you to take actionable steps. Start with a designated decluttering session. Choose one area of your home, perhaps a closet, a garage, or a single room, and set aside some time to focus solely on this space. As you approach this task, arm yourself with a mindset of curiosity rather than obligation. As you go through your belongings, ask yourself guiding questions such as, does this item bring me joy? Does it serve a purpose in my life today? By approaching the process with intention, you can evaluate each item objectively. For instance, consider Emily, who dedicated a Sunday afternoon to decluttering her bedroom. As she sifted through her things, she discovered several items she had held onto for years. The old gifts, the clothes she hadn't worn in ages, and various trinkets that held little significance anymore. With each piece she evaluated, she noticed that many did not reflect her current life or who she wanted to be. By the end of the day, she had filled several bags to donate, along with a renewed sense of clarity and space. This experience not only freed her from unnecessary items, but also sparked a profound sense of accomplishment and empowerment. After decluttering, focus on the process of intentional replacement. This means that for every item you choose to keep or bring into your life, ask yourself if it truly contributes to your happiness or aligns with your values. For example, if you love baking, consider investing in quality baking tools instead of cluttering your cabinets with rarely used gadgets. This mindful approach encourages you to curate your belongings thoughtfully, leading to a living space filled with only what brings fulfillment. Next, integrate a reflective practice into your routine. Each week, take time to review what items you have chosen to keep and what you have let go. Note how those decisions have impacted your emotional and physical environment. For Alex, keeping a simple journal helped him track his progress. He began to see patterns emerge. Certain items consistently triggered memories of the past, while others empowered him to engage with his present. This awareness inspired him to make more intentional choices moving forward. As you continue on this journey, embrace the benefits resulting from your efforts. The more you disentangle yourself from material attachments, the more expansive your sense of possibility becomes. You'll likely notice increased mental clarity, emotional resilience, and a newfound joy in simplicity. Your space will become a reflection of who you genuinely are, allowing you to foster deeper connections with yourself and with those around you. Now, I encourage you to take immediate action. Start with a small decluttering session this week. Choose one drawer, one shelf, or even one box. Commit to letting go of at least 5 items that do not serve you. Allow this act of release to become a meaningful ritual, celebrating the lightness and freedom it brings. As we move forward, prepare to explore the next chapter, where we will dive into embracing the freedom that comes with living with less. You will discover how simplifying your life can enhance your creativity and sense of peace, ultimately leading to a fulfilling existence. Stay engaged in this transformative journey, and remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom for more insights and tools that will support your path toward a life enriched by purpose and clarity. Chapter 5. Embracing the Freedom of Less. Imagine standing on a beach, waves lapping at your feet, a gentle breeze brushing against your skin, and nothing but space around you. In that moment, you feel light, unburdened, and free. But too often, our lives feel like a stormy sea, filled with responsibilities, possessions, and commitments that weigh us down. Have you ever paused to ask yourself what true freedom looks like? Perhaps it's time to shift that question into reality. In a world where we are conditioned to believe that more is better, more possessions, more commitments, and more achievements, many people find themselves trapped in a cycle of striving that leaves them feeling empty and exhausted. This common struggle forces us to chase after things that, in the end, do not bring fulfillment. You might find yourself living for weekends, only to be overwhelmed again each Monday by a chaotic schedule and cluttered home. The beauty of embracing a life of less lies in its powerful promise: freedom from the excess that stifles our joy and potential. The transformative solution to this challenge is to intentionally embrace minimalism in both your life and mindset. Minimalism is not merely about decluttering your home. It's about simplifying your life and focusing on what truly brings you joy and satisfaction. Imagine shedding layers of clutter, both physical and emotional, until you uncover a state of existence where everything you do aligns with your values. By pursuing a life of less, you naturally create space for creativity, happiness, and deeper connections to others. The core idea behind embracing the freedom of less is recognizing that true richness comes from experiences, relationships, and passions, rather than material possessions. When you begin to eliminate distractions and excess, you free up your time and energy to engage with what matters most. Visualize a life where your days are not dictated by endless responsibilities or materialistic desires, but instead driven by what inspires you. This shift opens up possibilities, prompting you to explore your passions, cultivate hobbies, and strengthen relationships. Take, for example, the story of David, a corporate employee who had always chased promotions and possessions, believing they would lead to happiness. He worked long hours to afford the latest gadgets and luxury items, only to find himself feeling more dissatisfied than ever. One day, David decided to challenge himself. I'll spend one entire month focusing on experiences rather than things. That month, he planned outings with friends, explored local parks, and took up painting. The result? He discovered joy in shared laughter and creativity. By embracing a simpler approach, David realized that freedom came from within, unencumbered by the material goods he once believed would bring happiness. Adopting the mindset of embracing less can lead to profound personal growth. You'll likely notice that as you intentionally reduce excess, you create room for creativity and joy to flourish. The weight of societal expectations begins to fall away, allowing you to focus on pursuing what genuinely inspires you. This journey can also enhance your mental clarity. No longer distracted by unnecessary things, you can direct your energy toward meaningful pursuits. As you embark on this path towards embracing the freedom of less, remember that change takes time. Begin by identifying one area in your life where you can simplify, perhaps decluttering a crowded space or reassessing your calendar to eliminate unnecessary commitments. This simple yet powerful step will set the stage for greater freedom and fulfillment. In the second half of this chapter, we will explore specific strategies that will empower you to embrace minimalism and foster a deeper sense of freedom in your life. You will learn how to effectively apply these principles in practical, actionable ways, paving the path towards a more enriched and purposeful existence. Stay with us as we uncover the secrets to cultivating a lifestyle where less truly becomes more. To begin your journey toward embracing the freedom of less, start by conducting a personal inventory of your possessions and commitments. Designate a specific day to assess your home and evaluate your calendar. As you go through your belongings, use a simple guideline. If it doesn't bring you joy or serve a purpose in your life, it may be time to let it go. This practice is not just about decluttering physical space, but also involves a mental shift toward recognizing what adds value to your life. Consider the story of Julia, who felt overwhelmed by her home, filled with items she had collected over the years. She decided to focus on her living room first. Julia asked herself which items truly resonated with her and which merely occupied space. After a thorough evaluation, she was able to donate several decorative pieces that no longer reflected her style or memories that brought her joy. The result was an open, inviting space that felt both peaceful and energizing. This experience emphasized for Julia how freeing it can be to live with fewer possessions that truly matter to her. Next, look at your commitments. Take notice of the events, obligations, and social engagements on your calendar. Determine which ones invigorate you and which feel like a burden. Sarah found herself attending several gatherings out of a sense of obligation, rather than genuine interest. By prioritizing her time, she began declining invitations that drained her energy. Instead, she invested those precious hours into activities that aligned with her passions, such as exploring nature and volunteering for causes that inspired her. This shift not only enriched her life, but also deepened her sense of community and connection with like-minded individuals. As you simplify your commitments, embrace the idea of saying no, a powerful tool for reclaiming your time and energy. Practice this in small doses if you find it challenging. Start with less significant commitments and gradually build your confidence in declining those that do not serve you. By allowing yourself the freedom to say no, you open the door to saying yes to possibilities that resonate with your passions. Another practical action is to adopt a minimalistic mindset when shopping. Before making any purchase, ask yourself if the item will enhance your life or if it simply adds to the clutter. This approach allows you to cultivate a more intentional relationship with your possessions. Take the example of Mark, who used to impulsively buy clothes during sales. Now, he carefully considers each purchase, reflecting on whether it fulfills a need or desire in his life. This practice not only saves money, but also minimizes the clutter in his wardrobe, leading him to a more streamlined and satisfying collection of clothes he truly loves. As you engage with these practices, revel in the transformations you'll experience. With each item released and each commitment renegotiated, you will feel lighter, both physically and mentally. Embrace the clarity that comes with intentional living, the mental space to explore your creativity, and the ability to foster deeper connections with those who matter most. Begin this journey today. Commit to identifying just one possession or obligation in your life that no longer adds value. Let go of it and notice the shift in your perspective. Celebrate your decision, acknowledging the space and freedom you're creating. As we conclude this chapter, get ready to delve into the next one, where we will explore how redefining success and happiness can further enrich your path toward a more meaningful existence. Embrace this continuous journey of self-discovery and empowerment as we take the next steps together. Remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom for ongoing insights and inspiration that will support your quest for a simpler, more fulfilling life. Chapter 6: Redefining Success and Happiness. What if everything you believed about success was turned upside down? Imagine waking up each day, not driven by the relentless pursuit of achievement, but instead feeling fulfilled by simply being present in your life. In a society where success is often measured by wealth, accolades, and status, many of us find ourselves chasing an ever-elusive goal while feeling increasingly dissatisfied. This constant striving can leave us yearning for something more profound, a sense of true happiness that goes beyond external validation. The challenge many face lies in the narrow definitions that our culture imposes upon us. We are bombarded with images of success, glossy lifestyles portrayed in media that suggest a cemented path to happiness through material gains and social recognition. It's easy to fall into the trap of equating our self-worth with accomplishments, leading to stress, anxiety, and burnout. Consider Sarah, an ambitious professional who climbed the corporate ladder only to discover that promotions and bonuses didn't equate to fulfillment. She felt drained trying to achieve what others deemed successful, leading her to question whether there was a different way to define her happiness. The transformative solution is to consciously redefine success and happiness on your own terms. This begins with a simple yet profound realization. True success is about aligning your actions with your values and passions. Ask yourself, what genuinely makes me happy? Reflect on the activities and experiences that fill your heart with joy. By creating a personal definition of success that resonates with who you are, you can shift your focus from external expectations to internal motivations. The core idea behind this shift is that happiness cannot be found in possessions or titles. Instead, it flourishes when we align our daily choices with what matters most to us. Picture a life where you pursue your passions without the burden of unrealistic expectations. When your values are clear, decision-making becomes more straightforward, allowing you to prioritize what enriches your life. For instance, instead of viewing success solely through the lens of career advancement, you might find fulfillment in nurturing relationships, engaging in creative pursuits, or contributing to your community. Consider the inspiring journey of Miguel, who transitioned from a corporate job to becoming an artist. Initially, Miguel had chased promotions, believing that climbing the corporate ladder was the hallmark of success. However, deep down, he felt a constant yearning to express his creativity. By redefining success to include personal satisfaction and artistic expression, Miguel made the bold decision to pursue art full-time. Today, he creates uplifting pieces that bring joy to others, and in doing so, he has discovered a profound sense of happiness that eluded him in his previous career. As you begin this journey of redefinition, embrace the understanding that your happiness is intrinsically linked to how well your life matches your personal values. This realization can spark significant change, enhancing your overall well-being and sense of purpose. A life centered around your chosen definition of success fosters empowerment, reducing the stress that often accompanies societal pressures. To cultivate this mindset, start by reflecting on your core values and what fulfillment genuinely looks like for you. Spend time journaling about moments when you felt most content and alive. These reflections can guide you as you create a vision for the life you want to lead, one that prioritizes happiness over mere achievements. As you ponder these new perspectives on success and happiness, prepare to explore practical ways to integrate this understanding into your daily life in the next part of this chapter. You will learn actionable strategies that will help you align your life with your personal definition of success, bringing you closer to the fulfillment and joy that you genuinely seek. Embrace this journey as an opportunity for continuous growth and self-discovery, remembering to stay engaged with the transformative insights that will guide your path towards a truly successful life. To begin redefining success and happiness in your life, consider taking some concrete steps that will guide you in aligning your actions with your true values. Start with a clarity exercise where you spend some quiet time identifying what truly matters to you. Create a list of your values. This might include family, health, creativity, personal growth, or community involvement. Once you have this list, prioritize these values by reflecting on which ones resonate most deeply with you at this point in your life. For instance, let's look at Jenna, who always admired her friends' professional accomplishments and often felt pressured to mirror their paths. However, during her clarity exercise, she realized that family and creativity were paramount to her happiness. With this insight, Jenna decided to shift her focus and invest more time in her art projects while being present with her family, rather than seeking titles at work. This decision brought her a renewed sense of joy and fulfillment, ultimately enabling Jenna to blend her passions with her personal relationships. Next, take the insights gained from your clarity exercise and create a vision board. This visual representation of your goals will serve as a constant reminder of the success you are striving for, the kind that aligns with your values. Consider using images, quotes, and symbols that inspire you, as this board will keep you motivated and focused on what truly matters. Sarah, who transitioned to a more meaningful life, used her vision board to manifest her goal of becoming a community organizer focused on mental health. Every day, as she gazed at her board, she felt empowered to take action towards making that dream a reality. Once you establish a direction, set small, achievable goals that align with your newly defined vision of success. For example, if personal growth is important to you, consider committing to reading one book a month or taking up a new skill. By focusing on incremental progress, you'll cultivate a sense of accomplishment that motivates you to continue pursuing a life that reflects your values. Mark, who embraced this approach, found immense satisfaction after learning to play the guitar. What began as a hobby evolved into a fulfilling passion, reinforcing his definition of success centered around personal fulfillment rather than societal expectations. As you integrate these strategies into your daily life, regularly assess your progress and adjust your goals as needed. This reflective practice allows you to stay agile, responding to changes in your circumstances and the emergence of new aspirations. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, as each step you take brings you closer to living a life that resonates with your authentic self. This becomes a positive reinforcement loop, inviting even more joy and satisfaction into your journey. Now is the time to take action. Dedicate a weekend afternoon to complete your clarity exercise and create your vision board. Visualize the life you choose, one that is defined by your values, and write down the small goals you plan to pursue. Embrace the anticipation of transforming your vision into reality, recognizing that this journey is one of continuous growth. As we transition to the next chapter, prepare to explore the art of cultivating gratitude for simplicity. This exploration will further enrich your understanding of how appreciating what you have enhances your sense of fulfillment. Join us on this enlightening journey, and remember to subscribe to Inner Freedom for ongoing support and insights as you embrace this remarkable path toward a more meaningful and joyful life. Chapter 7: Cultivating Gratitude for Simplicity. Have you ever paused to consider how a simple act of gratitude can transform your perspective on life? Imagine waking up each morning, not to the frantic rush toward your daily tasks, but to a moment of quiet reflection, appreciating the small joys that surround you. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to overlook the beauty in simplicity and take for granted the gifts that life offers. However, cultivating gratitude for the simpler aspects of life can lead to profound changes in your emotional and mental well-being. Many of us find ourselves engulfed in a cycle of wanting more, whether it's possessions, achievements, or experiences. This constant desire can create a sense of dissatisfaction, leaving us feeling unfulfilled, regardless of our accomplishments or material possessions. You might relate to the feeling that no matter what you achieve, it never quite feels enough. This yearning obscures our ability to appreciate what we already have, creating a disconnect between our lives and the happiness we seek. The transformative solution lies in practicing gratitude, specifically, gratitude for the simplicity within our lives. When we consciously acknowledge and appreciate the small moments, we foster a deeper sense of contentment and happiness. This practice encourages us to shift our focus from what we lack to what we already possess, unveiling a wealth of joy and fulfillment that is often hidden beneath the chaos of our busy lives. Imagine starting each day with a heart full of appreciation, recognizing the beauty in a warm cup of coffee, the laugh of a loved one, or the serenity found in nature. The core idea behind cultivating gratitude is that it opens our eyes to the richness of everyday experiences. By taking time to reflect on and appreciate even the smallest aspects of your day, you can transform mundane moments into treasures. For example, consider Laura, who felt overwhelmed with the demands of her hectic job and family life. After reading about the power of gratitude, she began to keep a gratitude journal where she wrote down 3 things she appreciated each day. At first, it was challenging, but soon she found joy in noting simple pleasures, the crispness of the morning air, the laughter of her children, and the blooming flowers outside her window. As her practice deepened, Laura discovered a tranquil shift in her mindset. Her days became more vibrant, filled with a sense of purpose and connection. As you begin to adopt this gratitude practice, consider integrating it into your daily routine. Start or end each day with a few minutes dedicated to reflecting on what you are grateful for. This could involve journaling, meditating, or simply taking a moment to savor a quiet cup of tea. Each time you engage in this practice, remind yourself to focus on the simplicity and abundance in your life. Over time, this will cultivate a resilient mindset that helps you manage stress and enhances your overall well-being. The benefits of cultivating gratitude for simplicity not only enhance your outlook on life, but can also strengthen relationships and increase resilience. When you arrive at a place of appreciation, you begin to view challenges as opportunities for growth rather than burdens. This perspective shift fosters a sense of empowerment that allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and positivity. As you embark on this journey towards cultivating gratitude, prepare yourself for the transformative insights that will follow. In the next part of this chapter, you will explore practical exercises designed to deepen your appreciation for simplicity. You'll learn how to consciously integrate gratitude into your everyday life, creating a lasting impact on your well-being and fulfilling your journey toward a more meaningful existence. Embrace this opportunity for growth, and remember, the power of gratitude can illuminate your path, making it richer and more joyful with each step you take. To effectively cultivate gratitude for simplicity, begin by establishing a daily gratitude practice that allows you to intentionally acknowledge the blessings in your life, no matter how small. Start with a simple exercise. Set aside 5 to 10 minutes each morning or evening to reflect on 3 things you are grateful for. These could range from the warmth of sunlight streaming through the window to the comfort of a favorite meal. By beginning your day with this practice, you set a positive tone that can influence your thoughts, feelings, and actions throughout the day. Consider the example of Tom, who struggled with anxiety and often found himself caught up in negative thoughts. He began his gratitude journey by documenting 3 things he appreciated every evening before bed. At first, he found it challenging, often writing general statements like, "I am grateful for my family." However, as he continued, Tom became more specific and attentive to the details of his daily life. He noted the laughter shared with his children over dinner, and the way a friend's supportive text brightened his day. Over time, this practice transformed his outlook. He started to develop a more positive mindset that helped counteract the anxiety he once felt. Once you establish this gratitude routine, consider expanding it by incorporating mindful moments into your day. Throughout your day, take a few moments to pause and appreciate the simple pleasures you encounter. Perhaps while commuting, you notice the beauty of trees along the road or the smiles of people around you. By consciously acknowledging these moments and allowing yourself to feel gratitude, you deepen your connection to the present. Sarah, a busy corporate lawyer, began to acknowledge the simple beauty of her daily walks. She noticed how just taking a moment to appreciate her surroundings brought clarity and peace to her otherwise hectic day. To further enrich your gratitude practice, consider creating a gratitude jar. Each week, write down moments or experiences that brought you joy on small slips of paper and place them in the jar. Over time, you'll have a collection of uplifting memories to revisit whenever you feel the weight of negativity creeping in. Maria, a mother of 2, began this practice and found that reading through her jar at the end of the year provided a beautiful reminder of the small joys and victories her family experienced together. It cultivated a warm sense of nostalgia that fostered connection and happiness, reminding her of the beauty in everyday life. As you incorporate these practices, reflect on the benefits they bring to your life. Cultivating gratitude for simplicity will enrich your emotional landscape, enhance your resilience to life's challenges, and deepen your appreciation for the love and joy that surround you. You may find yourself feeling less stressed and overwhelmed as you focus on what is truly important, fostering a sense of peace and fulfillment. Now is the time for action. Commit to starting your gratitude practice today. Write down 3 things you're grateful for right now and place them somewhere visible as a daily reminder. Embrace this simple act as a catalyst for change in your life. Looking toward the next chapter, we will explore how to build habits that support your newfound appreciation for simplicity, ensuring that gratitude becomes a permanent aspect of your life. This journey of cultivating gratitude is only the beginning. Stay engaged with inner freedom for more insights and inspiration as you tread the path toward a lighter, more joyful existence. Chapter 8. Building Habits That Support Minimal Living. Have you ever found yourself caught in the overwhelming cycle of daily routines that seem to lead nowhere? Picture this. It's the start of another busy week, and as you sift through a cluttered schedule and endless to-do lists, you can't shake the feeling of being pulled in too many directions. In our quest for productivity and success, we often lose sight of what truly matters, swamped by habits that do not contribute to our overall well-being. This cycle creates frustration and fatigue, leaving us yearning for a simpler, more meaningful existence. Many individuals struggle with this very challenge. Daily life can feel like an uphill battle, filled with obligations, distractions, and the pressure to keep up with societal expectations. Instead of fostering joy and fulfillment, these habits often lead to overwhelm, making it challenging to embrace the minimalist lifestyle that we desire. You might resonate with the feeling of wanting to simplify, yet finding yourself trapped in routines that perpetuate clutter, both physically and mentally. The transformative solution lies in consciously building habits that support minimal living. When you develop routines that align with your values, you create a framework that encourages intentionality and simplicity in all aspects of your life. Picture your days infused with purpose, each action and decision rooted in what genuinely matters to you. By gradually incorporating these habits into your life, you will cultivate a supportive environment that enhances your journey toward minimalism. Begin by identifying your core values. What brings you joy? What are the priorities in your life? Understanding these foundational elements will serve as a compass for the habits you want to build. For instance, if spending quality time with family is crucial to you, prioritize this value by setting aside specific days dedicated to family activities. Take the example of Jessica, who realized that her values centered around community and creativity. By establishing a weekly art night with friends, she nurtured her passion for painting while strengthening her relationships. This not only enriched her life, but also helped her maintain a minimalist approach by focusing on experiences over possessions. Once you have clarity on your values, start small. Choose one habit to implement each week that aligns with your goals. This could be as simple as a daily 15-minute decluttering session where you tackle one space in your home, or a weekly review of your schedule to ensure you are prioritizing what truly matters. Consider Mark, who became overwhelmed by notifications and messages. He decided to turn off all non-essential alerts for a week. This small change allowed him to reclaim his focus, ultimately leading to more meaningful connections with those around him. As he felt less distracted, he began to notice and appreciate the simple moments in life. Another powerful habit is practicing mindfulness throughout your day. By becoming more present, you can appreciate the simple joys that often go unnoticed. Imagine savoring your morning coffee, fully engaging with the flavors and sensations instead of rushing through your routine. This practice enhances your ability to recognize the beauty in everyday life, reinforcing your commitment to minimal living. As you start incorporating these habits into your daily routine, take a moment to acknowledge the transformations you will experience. Your journey toward minimalism becomes more manageable and fulfilling as you cultivate practices that support your goals. By prioritizing actions that reflect your values, you foster an authentic lifestyle marked by clarity, focus, and peace. Now is the perfect time to take action. Choose one habit to implement this week that aligns with your values and commit to it. Observe how this choice affects your overall sense of well-being and your journey toward a simpler life. As we delve deeper into this chapter, you will learn specific strategies for reinforcing these habits and further enriching your life through minimalism. Prepare yourself for the powerful insights that will guide you in creating lasting change, and remember to stay connected with inner freedom for ongoing support as you embrace the beauty of minimal living. To solidify your commitment to minimal living, focus on integrating specific, actionable habits that will help you sustain this lifestyle. Start by developing a weekly review process to assess your progress and ongoing commitments. Set aside a quiet moment each week, perhaps on a Sunday evening, to reflect on what worked, what didn't, and how you can adjust your actions moving forward. This practice encourages accountability and allows you to align your week with your values, making necessary changes to create more clarity in your life. For instance, consider the experience of Emma, who struggled to balance her work and personal commitments. By dedicating time each week for reflection, she discovered that she was overscheduling herself with activities that didn't contribute to her happiness. She decided to give up a weekly social event that drained her energy while leaving time for activities that rejuvenated her, like hikes in nature and evenings spent reading. This shift not only enhanced her well-being, but also provided her with a clearer focus on what she genuinely valued. Next, embed a daily routine that emphasizes simplicity and presence. Begin each day with a mindful morning ritual. This could involve a few moments of quiet meditation, gentle stretching, or simply enjoying a cup of tea in silence. This practice sets a peaceful tone for the day ahead, reminding you to prioritize simplicity. As you engage in this mindful state, you cultivate a sense of awareness and gratitude for the moment, laying the groundwork for a focused and intentional day. Jack, a busy entrepreneur, found that his mornings often left him feeling frazzled and unprepared. After implementing a simple morning routine that included 5 minutes of meditation and gratitude, he noticed a profound difference in his frame of mind. This small shift allowed him to approach the challenges of the day with clarity and purpose instead of being pulled in multiple directions. Incorporating technology mindfully can also be a significant step toward minimalism. Evaluate the digital distractions in your life, such as incessant notifications on your phone or spending time on social media without intent. Consider setting boundaries around your screen time. For example, designate certain hours of the day to disconnect from devices, focusing instead on activities that enhance your well-being. Sarah, who realized she was spending too much time scrolling through social media, began digital detox hours after work. During that time, she immersed herself in hobbies she loved, like painting and cooking. Not only did she feel more focused, but she also rediscovered her passions. As you adopt these habits, recognize the positive transformations unfolding in your life. By establishing routines and eliminating distractions, you will cultivate mental clarity, emotional resilience, and a greater sense of fulfillment. You might also find that relationships deepen as you engage more meaningfully with others, prioritizing quality time over quantity. Now is the moment to commit to these changes. Choose one habit that resonates with you this week, whether it's initiating a morning routine, engaging in a weekly review, or setting time limits on tech devices. And take action. Acknowledge the potential growth that arises from these choices and embrace the journey ahead. As you look forward, the next chapter will guide you in finding joy in the present moment. You'll discover strategies to help you appreciate the beauty of now, enhancing your commitment to a minimalist lifestyle. This journey is not just about less, it's about experiencing life more fully. Don't forget to subscribe to Inner Freedom for supportive insights and inspirations as you embark on this transformative path toward a more meaningful, simplified life. Chapter 9. Finding Joy in the Present Moment. What if the key to profound happiness was found not in grand achievements, but in the simple act of being present? Imagine a serene moment where you fully engage with your surroundings, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the laughter of loved ones, or the joy of a favorite song playing in the background. Yet, in our hectic lives, the practice of being present often slips through the cracks, overshadowed by busy schedules and constant distractions. This disconnect can lead to feelings of emptiness and discontent, leaving us yearning for a deeper sense of fulfillment. Many of us grapple with the challenge of living in the moment. With the relentless pull of technology, work commitments, and our fast-paced society, it's common to find ourselves mentally and emotionally preoccupied with the past or future. You may notice thoughts racing through your mind, worrying about upcoming deadlines, or dwelling on past mistakes. This pattern can prevent us from savoring the current moment and appreciating life as it unfolds. The transformative solution lies in cultivating mindfulness, the practice of focusing your attention on the present moment without judgment. By training ourselves to be more mindful, we can begin to reclaim those fleeting moments of joy that often bypass us. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of appreciation for the simple pleasures that fill your life. The act of being truly present allows for richer experiences, deeper connections with others, and a renewed sense of wonder in everyday activities. The core idea behind practicing mindfulness is that it enables us to step outside the habitual thinking patterns that distract us from living fully. By fostering a mindset rooted in awareness, we develop the ability to appreciate small moments, transforming mundane routines into meaningful experiences. Picture the joy of sitting down for a meal, truly savoring each bite and appreciating the flavors rather than mindlessly eating while scrolling through your phone. When you engage all your senses, suddenly a simple meal becomes a delightful experience. Take the story of Rachel, who once felt overwhelmed by her busy life. She was constantly distracted, her mind flitting from one task to another, leaving little room for enjoyment. After discovering mindfulness practices, Rachel dedicated time each day to meditate and focus on her breath. Gradually, she cultivated a heightened awareness for the present moment. During her daily walks, she began noticing the vibrant colors of flowers, the soothing sounds of nature, and the warmth of sunlight on her face. This simple shift changed her outlook on life, transforming ordinary moments into opportunities for joy and gratitude. To begin incorporating mindfulness into your life, start with small, actionable steps. Begin your day with a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing, grounding yourself in the present. As you go about your day, intentionally pause to notice your surroundings, the sights, sounds, and feelings that envelop you. Allow yourself to fully engage in conversations without distractions. As you nurture this practice, you may notice an increasing sense of tranquility and appreciation for life. As you commit to this journey of mindfulness, you'll uncover the richness that comes from living presently. With each moment fully embraced, you'll experience transformations in your emotional and mental well-being, enhancing your connections with yourself and others. The beauty of this practice is that it empowers you to slow down, find joy in simplicity, and ultimately lead a more fulfilling life. Now, consider taking a moment each day to reflect on your experiences. Make a pledge to prioritize mindfulness for the coming week, discovering how being present can change your perspective and enrich your daily interactions. In the next section, we will delve deeper into the art of living in the moment, exploring practical exercises that will enhance your ability to find joy and fulfillment in everyday life. This journey is about cherishing the now and recognizing the beauty in every moment. Be sure to stay connected with Inner Freedom for ongoing insights and support as you embark on this transformative path. To enhance your practice of mindfulness and truly find joy in the present moment, start by incorporating small, actionable steps into your daily routine. One effective method is to create designated mindful moments throughout your day. These moments can be as simple as pausing to take 3 deep breaths before responding to an email, or intentionally focusing on the taste and texture of your food during meals. By infusing your day with these short mindfulness practices, you develop a habit of returning to the present moment, allowing you to fully experience life as it unfolds. Take the experience of David, who found that his busy mornings often left him feeling rushed and stressed. He decided to implement a mindful morning routine where he dedicated the first 5 minutes of his day to sitting quietly, focusing on his breath, and setting positive intentions for the day ahead. This simple practice transformed his mornings from chaotic to peaceful, allowing him to approach the rest of his day with a calmer and more focused mindset. Another powerful strategy is to practice gratitude in conjunction with mindfulness. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on 3 things you appreciated throughout the day. Instead of simply listing these items, allow yourself to engage with them fully. Recall how they made you feel and why they matter to you. Emily, after a long and challenging workday, began this practice by noting the supportive text from a friend, the comfort of a warm cup of tea, and the beautiful sunset she witnessed. Engaging deeply with these experiences helped her to see the richness in her daily life, ultimately fostering a sense of joy and contentment. Mindful movement practices, such as yoga or Tai Chi, can also deepen your connection to the present moment. These practices encourage you to focus on the sensations in your body as you move, promoting an awareness of the here and now. Sam, a fitness enthusiast, integrated yoga into his weekly routine, allowing him to find serenity amid the chaos of his life. He discovered that the moments spent on the mat not only improved his physical health, but also enriched his emotional well-being by grounding him in the present. As you start to embrace these practices, you may notice positive transformations in your mental and emotional landscape. With consistent mindfulness, your ability to handle stress can improve, and you may find more joy in simple moments. These small shifts cultivate a greater sense of gratitude, helping you to appreciate the beauty in everyday life, rather than waiting for extraordinary events to bring you joy. To take immediate action, I encourage you to set aside just 5 minutes each day over the next week to engage in mindful breathing. Close your eyes, clear your mind, and focus solely on your breath. Each time your thoughts begin to wander, gently guide your attention back to your breath. Observe how this exercise affects your mindset and outlook. As we conclude this chapter, prepare to explore the art of living light with purpose and peace in the next. You'll learn how to weave mindfulness deeper into your daily existence, further enriching your life. Remember, your journey toward a fulfilling, present-focused life is ongoing, and every step you take in mindfulness brings you closer to genuine joy. Be sure to subscribe to Inner Freedom for continuous support, insights, and inspiration as you navigate this transformative path. Chapter 10: Living Light with Purpose and Peace. Have you ever imagined what your life would look like if you could let go of the burdens that weigh you down? Picture yourself moving through your day with ease, where each moment is infused with purpose and peace. This vision may seem distant or unattainable, especially when the demands of daily life feel overwhelming. Yet for many, the aspiration to live lightly, free from excess emotional and physical baggage, is a transformative journey that can lead to profound fulfillment. As we navigate modern living, many individuals find themselves ensnared in a web of responsibilities, societal expectations, and material attachments. The result can be a sense of chaos and dissatisfaction, as the constant pursuit of obligations leaves little room for genuine joy. You may struggle with feelings of burnout or anxiety, realizing that you are just going through the motions of life, rather than experiencing a true connection to yourself and others. This disconnection often manifests as a nagging sense of unfulfillment that permeates your days. The transformative solution lies in embracing a lifestyle centered on intentionality and lightness. This means not only decluttering your physical space, but also simplifying your mind and emotional landscape. By consciously choosing what to hold on to and what to release, you create a life that reflects your true self and values. Imagine feeling empowered to say no to distractions and yes to pursuits that resonate deeply within you. This perspective allows you to cultivate an existence where every decision aligns with your desires and aspirations. The core idea behind living lightly with purpose and peace is that it fosters a sense of clarity and focus. With this approach, you can prioritize what truly matters, whether it's meaningful relationships, personal passions, or self-care. Consider the journey of Lucy, who realized she was striving to meet societal expectations while neglecting her own needs. After a period of reflection, she decided to simplify her commitments, cutting back on extraneous activities. By embracing a lighter schedule, Lucy found time to explore her hobbies and build deeper connections with her friends and family. The shift allowed her to experience a sense of joy and fulfillment that had previously escaped her. To begin this transformative process, start with a personal audit of your commitments and possessions. Regularly evaluate what you allow into your life, be it physical items, obligations, or even relationships. This practice encourages you to identify what genuinely adds value and eliminates what detracts from your overall peace. Mark, for example, began auditing his schedule and discovered he was dedicating too much time to social media. By significantly reducing his online presence, he freed up time to engage in activities he loved, like hiking and painting, ultimately cultivating a more enriched and purposeful life. Moreover, integrating mindfulness into your daily routine can enhance your experience of living lightly. By embracing mindfulness, you empower yourself to remain present and grounded, appreciating each moment without the weight of past regrets or future anxieties. This practice enables you to respond thoughtfully to life's challenges, fostering a sense of inner peace. As you embark on this journey toward a lighter existence, remember that progress is gradual. Embrace small changes and celebrate each step you take toward this meaningful life. In the second half of this chapter, we will explore practical strategies to reinforce this lifestyle of purpose and peace, offering you tools and exercises to deepen your commitment. Prepare to uncover new insights as we delve into the art of living lightly and intentionally, paving the way for a deeper connection to your true self and a happier, more fulfilling life. Remember to stay connected with inner freedom as we continue this journey together, unlocking the beauty of simplicity and purpose in each moment. To embrace a lifestyle of living light with purpose and peace, start by taking concrete steps to simplify various aspects of your life. First, conduct a thorough assessment of your physical space. Dedicate a weekend to decluttering your home. As you tackle each room, ask yourself essential questions about the items you possess. Is this something I truly need or love? Does it align with the life I want to create? This self-reflection will guide you toward releasing belongings that no longer serve your purpose. Consider the journey of Alice, who tackled her cluttered garage filled with unused items. Initially daunted by the task, she set a goal to sort through it in manageable segments. As she cleared things out, she found that many belongings were tied to old hobbies she no longer pursued. By letting go of outdated items, Alice felt an incredible sense of relief and newfound space, which motivated her to maintain a lighter living environment. Next, look at your commitments and daily routines. Make a list of your regular obligations and evaluate each one, determining its value in your life. Over time, you may find that certain commitments no longer resonate with your goals or values. For example, if you notice that you regularly attend social gatherings out of obligation rather than enjoyment, it may be time to prioritize genuine connections. Dave, who found himself overwhelmed by social obligations, began selecting events he truly wanted to attend. By doing so, he forged deeper relationships with those he cared about, while preserving valuable time for self-care and personal interests. Another crucial step is to incorporate mindfulness practices into your daily life. Set aside a few moments each day to connect with your surroundings through mindful breathing or meditation. This practice allows you to center yourself and cultivate a deeper appreciation for the present moment. For instance, when commuting to work, take a few deep breaths and focus on the rhythm of your breathing. Engaging with the moment helps transform mundane routines into opportunities for reflection and gratitude. Sophia discovered that dedicating just 5 minutes each morning to mindful breathing significantly improved her mental clarity and emotional resilience throughout the day. As you begin integrating these habits into your lifestyle, you will likely notice positive transformations. By letting go of physical and emotional clutter, you gradually create space for joy, creativity, and deeper connections with yourself and others. This practice fosters a sense of empowerment, allowing you to choose how you spend your time and energy, leading to a more fulfilling existence. Now is the time to take action. Choose one simple change to implement this week. Whether it's decluttering a single drawer, evaluating a commitment, or incorporating mindful moments into your routine. Embrace this process as an opportunity for continuous growth and acknowledge the satisfaction that comes from living intentionally. As we conclude this journey through the power of simplicity, we've explored the transformative benefits of embracing minimalism in our lives. From recognizing the weight of excess to cultivating gratitude for simplicity, each chapter has guided you toward living a lighter, more intentional existence filled with purpose and joy. We have discussed actionable steps to declutter your physical and emotional spaces, prioritize meaningful connections, and practice mindfulness, all aimed at enhancing your emotional well-being. Thank you for taking the time to engage with this content and for investing in your personal growth. If you found value in this journey, please like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to continue receiving insights and inspiration from inner freedom. Your journey towards a simpler, more fulfilling life starts now, and we are excited to support you along the way.